The autumn of 1937 has seen an increase in heat when it comes to the syndicalist menace and just general insecurity and unrest in the world. We have a new front in Argentina against Chile and the Patagonian Workers' Front, although it looks like Argentina has actually naval invaded them from the south. We are fighting in the United States to try and just as much as possible do damage to the syndicalists in the north here and to destroy as many of their forces as possible. And Spain, fortunately, is wrapping up around about now, so we can probably launch another assault, another couple of assaults here just to finish them off. But that is one front that's cleared up. However, for now we need to focus on Germany first, because we have a couple of things to do. For once, we have to create the Vereinigte Stahlwerke, which gives us 45 steel, which is very much appreciated. How is our steel, by the way? We are very good on steel, so I'm not yet sure I'm going to need it that soon, but for late game this might be quite useful. So the Vereinigte Stahlwerke, that gives us a civilian factory and 45 steel, so we'll take that. For 60 days, that reduces some of our civilian factories, and we can also build a couple more. So we are at 139 civilian factories. We do want a couple more, so we do need to build some infrastructure at some point. We can probably build 4 more here and then 4 more military factories. That gives us a little bit to do, and I'm going to need more dockyards. So get me another 4 dockyards in Schleswig, and then we might have to do some infrastructure at some point. There's the infrastructure development, which probably costs me political power to get that going. I'm kind of none of these is particularly. I mean, these give us more steel, which is good, but we're not necessarily short on steel. Is that all coming from? The homeland? Yes, that is all coming from the homeland. So we are relatively good on steel. We're a little short on chromium, actually. That is we need that for shipbuilding, I'm assuming. So, and for artillery, yes. So we may have to trade for chromium with German East Asia. So let's do that. And what else did we need to do? We are, I think, we're 5 days away from completing the next round, which gets the economic health down to -2. We are trying desperately to build up some more troops here, but right now our production lines are still far behind. We have 15 factories on infantry equipment, but mostly due to the vast public works and the lack of stability, we are a little short. Is there anything we can do about stability decision-wise? I don't think so. That's just change in popularity. We could do a police crackdown. That would give us stability, but the cost is pretty hefty. So getting our stability up is going to be an interesting endeavor over time, and an important one. So getting the state more stable. However, after the second Einkreisungstheorie, we'll finish off Tarnobade, we'll do Salzgitter Stahlwerke, and then we might focus on a couple of things here as well, because there are, for example, the Gewerkschaftsbund, and that's recruitable population. There's a fair amount of things that we can do here that lead us into the preparation as well for the Weltkrieg. So given that the Second World War feels like it's about to start, honestly, what can we do after? So second Einkreisungstheorie is leaving us more prepared, definitely. There's a research slot down here. Oh, that's good to know. That might be something we need to do as well sooner rather than later. We've got construction speed over here, and a couple of these. Yeah, so there's plenty, and a couple in the tree over here. There's plenty of things that we can do that get us ready for the war. So we'll slowly start winding down the industrial investment and get more into a war footing. In that regard, we also need to get to partial mobilization, and we desperately need a chief of army. So I think I'm going to start saving up political power because we're almost at 20 command power. I'm going to start saving up political power for a chief of army. But for now, how's this looking? We're not actually making it out of here, so we'll probably not be doing that. And we'll have to be really careful not to be cut off here. So I'm almost thinking if I'm going to fall the troops back here into a defensive line, because we're not running offensive operations here in any time soon. We could try to encircle a couple, but they can just escape over here. Okay, I might have to keep a bit of a closer eye on it. For now, in the Union, we are. I'm going to try and see if I can take one more. I can take this. I can take this province here. Where are we going to push? Actually, no, that's not helpful. We need to push north here. So we'll finish up the defense, and then we'll try to push north in order to take the positions there. But my troops need to rest and recover, and we need to connect the railway lines, because right now the port here is not connected, which means we do need to push north here and here in order to connect the supply port. In order to make that happen, Argentinian volunteers almost in place, and Carlist volunteers. I think I'm just gonna, yeah, we'll launch the assault here. See if we can clear up the rest of the territory, and that should. Oh, never mind. They are complete, so they have capitulated. That is actually good. So my troops are returning, which means you are now going to be number 3. And yeah, here we are just waiting out the end of the assault. Bulgaria is holding for now, but on a strenuous hold. And Argentina is okay. We have reinforced, so we are just we just need to get the troops in. We are reinforcing there. And these troops are going to have to change to the different template, although I do want to wait until they are out. They are no longer in combat. So we'll do that. And 4 days away from here, how are things going? Oh, we're tied with the British. That is no good. They have caught up very rapidly. So we are going to have to keep a bit of an eye on that. And the opposition criticizes the army. The two most influential opposition parties, of course, the SPD and the LVP, have begun using the Reichstag as a soapbox, this time to agitate against military spending. Both parties have pointed out the massive finances rightfully dedicated to the Heer and called for a reduction, which they state could be redistributed to social services or education. Supposedly and foolishly, according to them, Germany is under no threat except for the threat it creates with its aggressive military. Not only that, but the SPD deputies pointed out the supposed influence of the Heer in political appears claiming that the OHL is influencing, OHL is Oberste Heeresleitung, the Army High Command, influencing the incumbent government, attacks which were immediately rebutted in the parliamentary arena. That costs us 2% war support. I don't know which world these people are living in, that they think Germany is not under threat militarily. They have realized that Russia is re-emerging, that the Syndicalists have literally written it into their statute that they are out for world revolution. In fact, that German troops are dying on the ground around the world trying to defend the freedom, and these people have the nerve to accuse us of militarism. I really don't know where they get these ideas from. But this seems to be unfortunately something that we have to deal with occasionally. We are going to change these 2 divisions over into Sturmdivision. Actually, I did need to do that with the Americans first. How much? Yeah, I might need to spend my... America is more urgent. So, hopefully, how many divisions? Attacking 2. So we'll hold here for now. We'll dig in and hold here for now. Let them run face first into us. Just checking. Pressure Island we need to do. This is 3 days away. And here we need to regain our we need to unfortunately regain our organization before we can start another assault into Santiago. Spanish Civil War is over. Yes. The king proclaimed the day as a holiday, saying that justice has finally been served to the Spanish pretenders and that the Carlist royal line was exactly where it should be. He promised a national restoration, as well as a return to the nation's Catholic roots. His promise was greeted with approval by the Pope, who offered prayers that Spain's new peace would prove a lasting one. Interesting indeed. And yes, the Spanish Civil War is over. So here we are still waiting. We're still waiting for the end of hostilities before we are starting the next assault in the north. And in Bulgaria, for now we're just holding the line here. But I think we may have to fall back here. Actually, yes, we have to fall back here. So let's fall back here. Second Einkreisungstheorie is done, but we will fall back here because I am not confident that actually we may be able to hold. Okay, we'll give it a little bit longer. I'm not confident that they can hold in the south here, but we might be able to hold out a little bit longer. For now, Union volunteers. We're still defending in the south here. I'm just going to change these 2 divisions. I know it's not great to do that while we're in combat, but I'm going to change these 2 divisions into Sturmdivision. Actually, both of them. So 2 change divisions into Sturmdivision. That costs me 82 artillery. I just want to see how much artillery I have left. And we'll just do the last one as well. So that one, Sturmdivision done. Why is my Sturmdivision not an elite division? It should have been. Okay. So second Einkreisungstheorie is done, which means we can do the... let's check if we need to do that. Okay, we'll wait the one day to see if we get the Tanobade card in the next round. And Bulgaria holding for now. So I think I've changed, yeah, I've changed everyone over. So Bulgaria is kind of the next problem here. So I would like these 2 divisions to change into Sturmdivision. Do I have the infantry? Yes, I do. Okay, change these. And Argentina has to make do. Okay, we are potentially able to counterattack into Santiago once this is over. And we'll just have to keep an eye on things up here. We'll just dig in here for now. We'll dig our heels in here for now. And let them recover a little bit. And we might... Where can we attack first? We'll see if we get a good opportunity to attack north here. But let them recover a little bit first. Argentina is holding. Bulgaria, have they received their artillery? Yes, they partially at least. So we're waiting for the artillery to show up, and then we will try to attack north here and cut off Serbia from the east. And then we might see if we can make a push towards Belgrade and throw a bit of a wrench in the works here. That's been stalemated for very long. Okay, there near Raleigh was the airport. So they are moving troops off the lines. Everybody is recovering, and here, yeah, okay, we can launch the counterattack into Santiago, and we leave 1 division behind and push forward towards Valparaiso. Have my airplanes arrived in the meantime? Yes, they have. So aerial superiority, please, in the region. There are only 18 enemy fighters up in the air, so we can take them pretty easily, I think. How's that looking in the how's that looking in the US, however? Yeah, the biggest problem here is that we don't have an airport in the region, so we can't actually make use of our air forces. But that means we'll have to assault without air cover, which is not ideal. We're getting through that relatively easily. We're waiting for the divisions to move off. There's another division moving off. There's only 2 of them now. And I need to let these recover. They are low on supply, so I need to let these recover a little bit. Are we through? Yes, we are through. And we have the Promote Tarnobardek plan. Okay, so we can take the last Tarnobardek focus. And we should have an operative available. Yes, you build Intel network in Russia. Can I please get Novgorod? So we can start launching some operations in Russia. I can get another operative, and I probably want an additional one, but for now that's what we're working with. Okay, can we build up any more air wings? Let's see. I've got a couple of fighters coming up, so we'll probably start another fighter wing. And actually, no, we might need these for replacement. Okay, never mind. We're not doing that right now. Use them as spares. But we definitely need more military factories sooner rather than later. Okay, plan for political power. 100 political power goes into Chief of Army, Kurt von Hammerstein-Eckert. Now that we have the Victors of the Weltkrieg somewhat reduced, we are at 16 command power, so we're almost there. And we'll just have to save up the political power. Bulgaria is still waiting for the delivery of artillery pieces. Yep, I think they will have to be produced. So we will attempt an assault in the north here against the combined Serbian-Romanian forces and see if we can separate the two. Let's see how well that works. And we'll get one division here to reinforce as well. Union volunteers, they're still counter-attacking, so we'll keep a close eye on that. I don't necessarily want to take the plains here in North Carolina because that's going to be super hard to defend. I'm just waiting for them to move off, and then we can try to connect our supply lines here once these divisions have recovered somewhat. Okay, they're shuffling them around, so we'll let them exhaust themselves here. Okay, they're shuffling a lot of divisions around now. Can we... that is cutting them off, isn't it? We could... there are 2 divisions here. Okay, that is a more tempting target. I think what we will try is... don't think they can... yeah, I don't think they can move there. What we'll try is to attack here. And see if we can encircle these divisions there. And we'll pin them from across the river for now. They are trying to reinforce from the south, but so we need to pin them here as well. Okay, divisions pinned. We'll move across the river line. Bulgaria, the assault in the north is not crowned by success. Yeah, we're never going to get through that. I think we will. Yeah, we're not getting through these. They are very much well entrenched and have a frightening amount of firepower. So we'll not waste our troops here. This is just here to these are just here to pin them while we are moving in the north. Okay, we can. They are counterattacking. We'll stop the assault because the Americans are helping. And quick look at Argentina. We are moving into Santiago, and in Bulgaria we might have to rethink what we're doing here. Honestly, I think we will just. I think we will no longer actually run offensive operations in Bulgaria because there is just too much going on. We'll just try to hold the line here. So we'll give up that position in the north. We'll just hold the line. We're not getting through there. There's too much opposition. Fall of Delhi. Okay. Who has conquered Delhi? It looks like the Dominion is making progress and seems to have taken Delhi, and the Syndicalists are not doing too well. So that's good. Germany is still stuck as usual, and that means the Union is where it's most critical at this point, where we need to look out the most, and we will see if we can manage to get these 2 divisions. Okay, perfect. Fall of Santiago. Military operations heating up worldwide. Fall of Santiago. After a long and grueling campaign, or not really, fighting all across the Andes Mountains, the Argentine flag flies proudly over La Mondea Palace. The fighting was intense throughout the city streets on the famous Alameda Avenue and the Paso Ahumada, with Chilean forces offering intense resistance. However, the Argentinians could eliminate the Chilean resistance in the city, and those that survived eagerly offered their surrenders to the victorious Argentine army. With the loss of Santiago, it would appear that Argentina now has the upper hand in the South American conflict. Chilean morale is undoubtedly low, and outside observers remark that it is only a matter of time before unrest grows due to Chile's lack of progress in the war against Argentina. Yes, indeed. And we are trying to close them up in Valparaiso, while one division is defending here. We are launching in fact, we are probably not launching a counterattack against Valparaiso. We're launching a counterattack here, to be honest. So let's defend here for now. Let's get that. Let's get all 4 divisions to defend here for now, and then we'll launch a counterattack in the south. More importantly, US. I think we are assist here. We need to wipe out these 2 divisions. You need to hold. And Guangzhou, the National Protection Alliance has been annexed. Yes. And the Spanish volunteers are back. Let's have a quick look if we can send any more volunteers. We can no longer send more than 4. Okay. So that's another 2 divisions that we're taking down here. And defend in the north and wipe these 2 out. And then we'll see what we do next. That's 1. And then we might actually retreat towards the port here. I don't think we need to. Let's see. Where do we have another opportunity to destroy Syndicalist forces? How does the front line look, by the way? It does not look too bad. I think they haven't made too much progress here, and they haven't run any more naval invasions. So that last little victory has cost them another 10,000 troops. And I would love to. Let's see. I would love to get the supply lines sorted, however, because fighting undersupplied here is not great. So maybe that position is extremely well defended, and we don't have enough troops to push them out any further than that. So I'm almost tempted to retreat towards the port. Let's see if they can, if they will bring some divisions out, and then we can push and connect our front lines here much better. So let's delete that line. Get these assigned here. This one here as well. Shorten the front line and towards the port, and just fall back in a sensible manner. I'm leaving one division here to just hold, because the Americans again are vacating everywhere. And Argentina, okay, shorten the lines here. We are going to leave one division in Santiago, and we'll be counterattacking the rest of them in the south. And then I think we can, they are pushing into Argentina a little, but they're now getting encircled. So if we can clear out the southern parts of Chile, that would be great. Can we deploy any more divisions? We cannot. And this is 125 days now. This is taking longer and longer, but we do need to improve our situation here. So we are going to pressure Ireland once again. I don't want to spend the command power because I need that to. I also need that to promote some generals at some point. It'll recover in time, but we'll get there. Okay, so for now, we're falling back from that position because it's not tenable, and we'll just. Paraguay has declared war on Argentina. That is unfortunate. So Argentina now in the north has problems as well. Paraguay is actually not syndicalist, so they're really just, by the looks of it, just clearing out house here. Argentina is a very important trading partner for us, so we do have the somewhere here. Yeah, the Argentinian trade agreement. I would very much enjoy that to continue. So once we have broken through here, and we have to make sure that we are holding Santiago. So once we have broken through here, we might be able to clear out some troops in the south. But to make sure we're holding Santiago, falling back to prepared positions. Okay, the Americans are expanding that, but I don't think they can hold that. So yeah, we'll hold the port for now. And Bolivia declared war on Paraguay. South America is going down. So who do we support? Bolivia, that's fine, as long as they're not syndicalists. Is anyone syndicalist here? Peru isn't. Brazil isn't either. So none of these people are syndicalists. So I don't really care who wins. How about Uruguay? No. As long as it's not Chile, I don't care who wins. So we're almost through. We're almost through here. Okay, do we get all three? Yes, we get all three divisions over. So we'll push them south here from Valparaiso, and then we will try to destroy them as much as possible, as long as they're cut off. It looks like Argentina is breaking through in the north, so we can clear out the Valparaiso front first and foremost. Please do not expand my front line. I would very much enjoy these divisions not to leave Santiago, please. We might, however, have to pin them here so they don't cut us off, honestly. Okay, we've got two divisions here. So let's make sure they're not closing the lines here. This division needs to hold. We'll get these two to push south and then clear out in the north. Okay, that's our victory here. We've fallen back to the line in Bulgaria, and we'll leave that at that. And here we are just holding off the enemy counterattack for now. And then we'll see if they have exhausted themselves, if we can push them back in order to take the railway. Alternatively, we might be able to use this as a springboard to once again destroy some enemy divisions here. The Germania Werft has a trade point available, so I'm going to go down long-range raiding. The one I'm really interested in is the increased surface detection, because the Germania Werft is what we mostly use for the screening and scouting cruises. So we're not going to be using that as a general purpose one. I'm not going to spend the naval XP for that because we are always short on experience, and I'm not going to change the Strasbourg class by now. So let's see. That's still ongoing. Ireland is ongoing. We're still ahead in Ireland, but not by much, and that's way off. Okay, so Union is currently holding. Argentina is our focus at this point. So let's make sure that we are getting through here while we are... I think we can just hold here. Oh no, they're breaking out. We can't hold here, unfortunately. We'll see if we can manage to... No, they're breaking out and they're pushing back the... let's see, maybe we can encircle them. What happens here? Today, German newspapers have reported on the disappearance of a former member of one of the state parliaments. aligned with the reformist parties. After 1936, this politician moved to opposition against the government, demanding an end to the Enabling Act and calling for a new election which would form a government responsible to the Reichstag. Some will call conspiracy, but are too afraid to show themselves and say that in public. It is likely that, in time, the body of the unfortunate victim will be found, but by then the trail will already have gone cold, and the citizens of the empire will be either forced to accept mere unfounded allegations or simply move on. Whoops. 1% stability. Whoops, indeed. So, at home, the situation is interesting. We have many competing political parties and political factions that have their own ideas about how things should be. At the same time, we have a situation in the world that requires von Schleicher to take the reins, because if we don't, and as you can clearly see from their statements, the SPD and the left are completely unprepared for what's coming. They think that if they invest in social programs now and demilitarize Germany, that the world that is currently burning around them is just going to let them sit there and go with it. So von Schleicher is right in order that he is forced to effectively put the hammer down and say no. This kind of squabbling is going to spell the end of the empire. If we want to preserve the empire as a force in the world, we need to do that. At the same time, as we can see from what just happened, things, if we go down that route, don't always go cleanly. And there are certain elements on the right who agree with von Schleicher, even though von Schleicher is still a Querfront leader who wants to include the trade unions and the left. But the left is behaving so irresponsibly at this point that the right sees sort of sees themselves supported, and frankly just goes off and starts murdering opposition politicians, which is not what we wanted. But did we have a choice? Okay, it looks like the Bulgarians have actually been able to re-establish the northern lines. So we'll probably just defend this region here. We're not pushing towards Belgrade anytime soon, but Argentina is where it's interesting right now. So let's see that we can potentially encircle and destroy these divisions, and we're gonna just support from Santiago. I think they just moved in. Yes, they just did. Okay, and I think we need to stop first and take a breather here, and the same in Santiago. Okay, we'll hold here for now. We get all divisions on that line. And we delete that front line. Okay, so next mission is to clear out these encircled divisions here. Oh no, we can't, yeah, because they are actually, the Argentinians have failed to defend this position. Okay, we want to prevent, alternatively we can just push south and clear up the south. Maybe that is the better option. In any case, right now my divisions are exhausted, so they need to rest. And we can get von Rundstedt as a field marshal in the meantime. Union volunteers. Actually, I do have a bunch of divisions that are currently unassigned, so you can start reinforcing the 2nd Army, please. And we have these 5 divisions. Okay, they're in the Asian theater, yeah. And what are these? That is these are from the Austrian, they don't belong in the Asian theater. That's the Honduras exposition, they don't belong there either, and that's the Spanish one, they don't belong there either. Okay, let's tidy this up a little bit. I've got 1 Marine division that we don't do much with. This is the 1st Army, so let's reinforce the 1st Army a little bit here with these divisions. And these can rejoin the 4th Army. So let's head them over there. Okay. And we will once again reinforce the Bulgarians here. And we're just defending at this point. And we will see... we'll defend here for now. We'll see if we can manage to take this position in the north here. Alternatively, I don't know if we could manage to. I think we might be able to manage to launch an assault here in Tennessee, but I don't know if we have the supply to do that from Atlanta. If we take the supply up here, we might be able to. I don't think these divisions will be encircled. No, I don't think they can. We can encircle them that easily. And I will stick to the coastline and try to cause more mayhem and losses for the Syndicalists. So we definitely need to sort supply at this stage, because we are, yeah, I think we're just getting naval supplies, and they might not get through. So we'll try to push north here, secure this position, and then try to connect north here to get this, and then try to take Charlotte. So it's the more methodical approach. And yeah, if we can destroy something in the meantime, then that's all good. But I think we are trading relatively favorably. So that's decent. Okay, Argentina needs to rest and recover first. If they break out, there's not an awful lot we can do about it. And the range improvements have been finished, which is good. Are we in the position? Not quite yet. We're already doing engineering. Infantry tech is still a bit ahead, but I'm going to research this just on Mauser. So we will get the Maschinengewehr M34 and an 80mm grenade launcher, which gives us a bit more breakthrough and defense, which is all very much appreciated. Let's closely observe the situation there in the north, however. I think we may be able to launch... Yes, we can launch an assault here and see if we can push them out from this position while holding the port in the south. So that will be the first one. Do we have the... Yes, we have enough combat width, so we don't need to launch an attack from this side. The Russian Republic is... Yeah, the Russian Republic has just declared war on Central Asia, I believe. Yeah, they are clearing out... they're retaking their empire. They are clearing out Central Asia. Can we send support to somebody here? That would be an interesting question. Who would be best positioned? Who would be best positioned to hold off the Russians? Because that is in our interest to help holding off the Russians. We might be able to send some infantry divisions here, but I don't think. I mean, there are some supply lines. So if we can inflict some, just purely defensively, if we can inflict some casualties to the Russians, that would actually be not a bad thing. But I think this is too broad of a front line. But maybe the Turkestan Republic around Tashkent. Does anybody have defensive territory here? Not really, honestly. It's all desert. It's not particularly great to fight in. These guys have some mountains here. So maybe we'll keep an eye. Maybe we can send some troops north of Afghanistan and cause the Russians some trouble here. But for now, and we might try to launch another assault here if we send all 4 divisions. But unfortunately we do have to hold this position, otherwise we get cut off. Yeah. We don't have the artillery to expand our Sturmdivision with a second artillery unit, because that would require 200 artillery, and we only have 22. So, okay, we'll hold still in Bulgaria for now and see if we can make a break in the Union, and we have recovered somewhat here. So let's send 2 divisions over here and just destroy the cut-off divisions in Valparaiso. So let's make sure they don't escape. And we are sending, yeah, we're sending the divisions around. Let's destroy Valparaiso, and hopefully the Argentinians can deal with the north. We might just push south, but if we can just destroy these, that should be good. How is it looking here? We can support the assault here from the south, and that means we should be having enough. Yep, we should be having enough firepower. And oh, they are breaking through towards Birmingham here. That is not good. They are making some advances here that I really don't like. So this might be backfiring in that the Americans are now starting to push more divisions into the east here. But well, we'll see what we can do here. They're definitely not behaving very sanely, because they're running attacks while being completely exhausted, trying to run counterattacks against the Syndicalist forces here, which is really, really not helpful, especially across rivers. But we'll see what we can do about it. Oh, they have reinforced, unfortunately, in the north, and it seems like we are not breaking through there that easily. Okay, let's just defend Santiago for now then, in that case, and get everybody to regain some. As long as we have them separated and they can't reinforce themselves anywhere, well, I think we're ill. This is starting to look not good for Argentina. We have got Argentinian divisions cut off in the south. We may have to assist them, actually. Okay, I think we'll leave Valparaiso alone for now, and see if we can. We can't clear up the south. We could clear up the north, and that should help as well. But they have reinforced quite significantly. We can counterattack. More wars in East Asia. We can try to counterattack and see if we can take the north, encircle some and destroy. That would be good. Union is ongoing. Anything else I need to take care of? That's not yet. How is Ireland looking? We're equal on Ireland. So I think I'm just going to enable the automatic pressure here at this point. Let's just do that. This is not yet finished, and everything else can wait. Okay. So how are my operatives looking like at this point? Can we start operations in Russia? Not yet. We are building up intel networks, but we should be able to infiltrate the Russian military relatively soon, and then hopefully things go a bit better there. Okay, let's see if we can push them back here. I think we can. We're almost, yeah, we've almost got them. So let's push them back a little bit here and make sure that one division stays behind. Argentina, we're still moving through the mountains here, but I think if we can encircle 5 divisions here, that would be, yes, we've got them. That would be amazing. So these 5 divisions are now encircled, which means they're going to take massive debuffs, and we can start destroying some of them. That is good. Union is still pushing. Assist with the assault north, please. And everyone else just hold here for now. And we have free civilian factories again, which is good, which is a good problem to have. So I think what we need at this point is a bit of infrastructure. Yes. Let's build up our infrastructure and make sure that we get the maximum of minerals out of the ground, and that also speeds up our construction down the road. So let's go through a loop of infrastructure construction for now. Bulgaria is holding steady. Push in the north happening. Argentina is happening as well. Are we fighting in the right air zone? Yes, we are fighting in the right air zone. So that should work out. Argentinians are pushing north, and if we can destroy these 5 divisions here, then that's a pretty good victory. And we are almost. We have almost made it north here, and then at that point we'll hold here. That's 4 divisions here, but Okay, we have held here. So the next push is going to be here to ensure that and we might be able to counterattack there. In fact, I might send one division over just already, and then okay, the Wadai Empire. Oh, that was France's war in North Africa, I think, so in Central Africa. So France has been expanding there. Wadai government has gone into exile and have capitulated to the French Empire. So it's the French Republic here. So that's a Middle Africa problem at this point. How is it looking in Argentina? There are French troops here. Oh, I am very interested to destroy these if we can. But first, let's destroy some socialists in Mexico, and then we might swing north. From Mexico, then we might swing north. Okay, 3 divisions here. Let's see if we can make that push. It's all less than it's less than effective because we're not actually encircling and destroying anybody. We have another option here, and the Marklik declared war on Tibet. We have the Second World War going on at this point. Honestly, the world is at war. Everyone is fighting everywhere. It's it is really quite. It is really quite obvious at this point that there is a bit of a war going on. Okay, let's see if we can push these divisions back. We'll leave one division here. We have an option to, and I think we'll take it. We have an option to again encircle and destroy potentially two syndicalist divisions. Do I want to rely on the Americans to hold this? The war between the Hui and the Buddhists. Yeah, this is all in Tibet. Let's see if we can push another division in here. Maybe we can make that. And we'll see if we can get through the destruction here. And in Argentina, we are almost at the point, and we actually need to hold here because they are trying to liberate them. Yeah, we're getting counter pushed from the south. I wasn't paying attention. So we will see if we can still manage to destroy these two. But I think we're getting pushed back here. Honestly, we'll see. We're getting counterattacked from both sides here. But we'll yes, we have managed to get out of that, and we have managed to hold. So we'll assist, and we'll just dig in, hold on. Here we are not making progress into the north at this point. Why am I not having 2 divisions on this? Okay, now it's starting to look better. We will see if we can manage to encircle, destroy a couple here in the swamps, and we'll see if we can push these 3 divisions out from the north there. And the state-provided credit is complete. Wow, war on many fronts. And in a war on many fronts here, and in increasingly desperate conditions. So Argentina's ongoing. This is going okayishly. I think we've made some ground here actually. So I think our diversion and destruction campaign is working reasonably well. Which means we might be able to do something in Bulgaria next. But I think Argentina is the bigger problem, so I am going to start switching some of these over to the Sturmdivision. I have the artillery to do that at this point. And can we do another one? Switch that to Sturmdivision. Yes, that should be enough, yeah. Okay, and we now have the option, yeah, I think Salzgitter Stahlwerke is going to be the last one I'll do here for now. Because I need my political power elsewhere quite a lot. And that gives me 2 civilian factories, 2 military factories, and 30 steel in Hanover. And then we might, after that, start working on more of the army focuses, because I am starting to get a little concerned given the intensity of the war worldwide. yeah, we can get 50 army experience and a research. Oh, 50 army experience and a research slot. I think I'll do that instead. That can wait. We are going to get. This is going to give me 10% breakthrough. And we get Ludwig Beck for the mobile warfare doctrine. Oh, that's that would be a theorist. Interesting. So I'm not sure I want the mobile warfare doctrine, however. So we'll hold back on that one. But 50 army experience and 1 research slot. That is definitely worth it. That's research bonuses. Let's see. This I'm not sure what this gives me, but it's in the Die Fronde system. The W system is giving us 15% military factory construction speed. I think that's something we're going to need to do pretty quickly as well. And we get some free military factories out of this. And all of these are extremely powerful here. So I think getting some of the military focuses done. And also some of these probably. Gewerkschaftsbund is also a good one. So there's a fair few things that we can go through. But Kriegsschulen is what I'll do next. SPD be damned. And we are going to get back to our efforts here next time. I think we are in a reasonably good position. If we take this position, we'll have the port connected and we'll have our supply problems sorted. And we can probably destroy a couple more of the Syndicalist troops here in the east. So I think we are in a reasonably good position in the States at this stage. How is the air on the east coast? Still terrible because we don't even have air on the east coast because we don't have an airport that can even reach it. So right now we're just fighting a shooting war with enemy formations. We've lost three fighters. The enemy has lost 6. So we're trading 2-1. That is pretty decent. But I would love to get green air on the east coast. So we are almost in Raleigh from here. So we might just actually, once we completed the destruction and encirclement, we might try to push north, take the airport in Raleigh, and contest the air in the north here. And we can start infiltration in Russia as well. So that's probably something. We can do some blueprint stealing. That's always fun. I don't know if the Russians are, but I'm not sure I need industrial blueprints at this point. I'm reasonably certain that I am up to speed with my industry more. Yeah, we might be getting excavation techs or fuel refining techs out of this. Yeah, we'll see. I'm more interested in causing some mayhem with the Russians. But what do we know about Russia right now? If we could start. They are way too stable at this point for my taste. So another thing we can do with the operatives is to start working on their stability and get that down a bit. Anyway, many more things that we can do and more things to come. But yeah, the world is burning pretty much everywhere. Russia is expanding. Japan. How the Japanese landing in the Philippines looking? Okay, they haven't taken Davao. They've landed in the south, but they haven't taken Davao yet. Yeah, I'm not fighting here at this point. Germany, and they may actually be making very, very slow progress here. It seems like we have Lithuanian troops on the ground, which worse things can happen. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks, everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.